Welcome to the Dunnage Garage. I'm Scott. Today, we're heading to Poison Spider Trail in Moab, Utah. Beautiful trail, great time. We're only going to do part of the trail today because our primary purpose was to run the RCs and make videos for my other channel, ScottOffRoad RC. There's a link down below if you want to go check that out. Drive there this morning was absolutely beautiful. But we can see the writing on the walls. Quite literally. This is our second to last trip of the vacation in Moab. Wow. Pretty cool. These things have been there for so long. Not sure exactly what they're talking about, but I'm sure it tells a story. But as we're looking at these petroglyphs and then the Jeep start bouncing around the trail, I want to talk to you about something that's pretty darn important. How about going to church? Many of you may think, hey, I'm a Christian, but I'm just too busy to go to church. I get it. I'm guilty as charged. I go on Sunday when I'm not at work, but I generally don't go to any other of the church meetings or events. I'm invited to go. My wife goes to Wednesday night service, but I'm busy. I have YouTube channels, I have Jeeps, I have housework, I have excuses. I'm busy. I get it. We're all busy. So we don't go. But let's look at this from a different perspective. Remember that best friend we had way back? We lost contact with him. This was that best friend that we completed each other's sentences. We did everything together. We haven't talked to them in years. If we bumped into them today, we would like to think that our relationship would pick up right where it left off. But we all know it wouldn't. Ask any military service member how strained their relationships are with their spouse and kids after a deployment. My military deployments were 6 to 9 months long, and I'm sure they're even longer now. What about cruise liners, or people who work the oil rigs, or long-haul truck drivers? I mean, can you imagine how strained your marital relationship would be, or the relationship with your significant other, if you just up and walked away for a few weeks, few months, or even sadly a few years? Yeah, the longer it is, the more likely that relationship was probably going to struggle, and there is the potential it could end, and that's sad. So why would we think it's any different with our relationship with God? We need to go to church not only to learn, but to build our relationship with our Lord. After all, the more we go, the stronger our relationship becomes, and the more we learn to rely on Him. However, when we stop going, we slowly stop relying on Him, and our faith begins to waver. Then, when we need Him the most, and our struggles overwhelm us, we're less likely to turn to Him. But be reassured, God didn't leave you or give up on you. He didn't fail you. He is still there waiting and longing for you to come home. You see, I like to think of God like the Father in Luke 15:11 through 32, the prodigal son, or parable of the prodigal son. The son left like we left the church, but he stayed there waiting and watching, and when we did finally come home, he celebrated us. Because much like the lost sheep, you go looking for it, and when you find it, you welcome it home and you celebrate it. So rest assured, while you think it's been too long for you to go back, it hasn't been. All you have to do is head to church. They're everywhere. There's all sorts of different flavors. find one that fits you, find one that's true to the gospel, and go. And start rebuilding that relationship with God. You'll be a much happier person if you do. I want to thank you all for watching. Thank you for subscribing. We're going to finish off and let the Jeep bounce around the trail here, and I'm going to head back to doing what's important with me. And that's not sitting here editing videos. I'm going to go spend some time with the family. Again, thanks for watching. Have a blessed day. Remember, you fix the Jeep fixes you. See you next week. Your excuse. Have a blessed day. We'll see you next week.